Hello.
Welcome. This is week 2 of our podcast, Meat, Sweats, and Menopause. We're the hottest couple on the internet, and we're not talking about our looks, right? I'm Joe Gleason, Midwestern man, and with me is Kirsty, my beautiful girlfriend and partner, Kirsty the Brit Chick. Welcome. How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you. And let's just clarify this hottest thing. We're not just being vain.
No, I said we're not talking about our looks, right?
What are we talking about?
It's the whole concept of meat, sweats, and menopause came to be, right? I live in Phoenix. My brother lives in Chicago, and somewhere along the line, I just developed my temperature kind of always ran a little hotter than him, and so he used to always say, "Oh, it's your meat sweats," kind of as a joke, right? So. I steered into the curve and thought it was funny. And then Kirsty, because she's warm quite a bit, and you can explain why if you like.
She's being polite. I'm of a certain age.
Yeah.
I'm sure the women watching will agree. It's just like hot as hell most of the time. And always complaining about the heat. I've always been a really cold person. I always had freezing cold extremities, everything. And the last, I would say 3 or 4 years, brutal, absolutely brutal. Just dying of
you moved to Phoenix too, right?
Yes.
So not only is everything hormonally going on, you've also got you moved from the Great White North down here to the desert, right? So you really wanted to steer into that curve. So that's how the meat, sweats, and menopause. We were always joking about it, and we're like, hey, that kind of like when people hear something like, oh, that'd be a cool band name. Our thing was that would be a cool podcast name. So. It was about a year ago, and we just kind of bantered the idea back and forth, and then ultimately said, you know what, let's do it. Let's just jump in. And the show's really just about a lot of various things. We're not really pigeonholed into a certain in any sort of specific areas, but we talk about politics, we talk about current events, we talk about music, we talk about raising families, relationships, pretty much everything. And it's all through the lens of Gen X, right? Because we were both born in the 70s, and so we're not really focusing on being a specific Gen X show, but everything we talk about is going to be through the lens of a couple Gen Xers. So that's to kind of give a recap of how this started and what we're doing. It's really just about having fun, connecting with people. Had a good laugh last week, and so we're here to make fun of ourselves and have a good banter. So. Yeah. What do you want to talk about tonight?
I don't know. I mean, I'm just going to tell everybody, stick it in your diary for 6 o'clock every Wednesday. We're going to be here live. So if you want to join in with the comments, we already have a comment here from Katana who said, move from the deep freeze to the toaster oven. Totally, right? We got Brad here as well saying, what was he saying? Go Lions. Is that a football reference? Is that a football reference? Okay.
Yep. Hey, Brad.
Quite clearly, I am not a sports guru with football anyway. Yeah.
Brad and I have had, for many years, we were both, the Lions and the Bears are in the same division in football. Mm-hmm. And so Brad and I mostly always talked about like the race to the bottom, like who's going to be worse. I remember one time he was over at the house and we were both fighting about which team. Neither of us wanted our team to win because it had something to do with draft picks or something. So we were like, and then when our team would mess up, we were openly upset about it. So welcome in, Brad. Glad you're here. And how you guys doing? It's been pretty cold up in the Midwest and all across the country. We're kind of
what's going on with that? Because I know we've got supposedly big winter storms everywhere, but I said this to you the other day. I think it's really interesting that when I look online and I look at media and news, there's all these like horror stories of the great white thing that's going on. But I haven't actually seen many friends posting about this. And we got friends like all over, like Europe, England, the US, like all over the place. And I haven't seen anybody posting anything about it. So if you're on, like, just say where you're from, and if you actually have the whole snowfall thing going on, like what's happening? Because I'm just kind of dubious about what I see posted online.
I'll tell you why she's she's mentioning this because it was 70 degrees and sunny here today. So I know nobody wants to hear that. It's like this is how we're going to really, alienate ourselves from the crowd here. But about 70 degrees and sunny here today. We're in a weather bubble, and Brad, Darla, why don't you guys come back down? I don't know why you'd put up with that stuff up there. That's nonsense. You should get back down to the valley.
Frozen nose hairs. Who is My Love Yogi? Are you somebody from Canada? Because that's normal thing there in Canada. Frozen nose hairs. When you walk out the door, you literally breathe in and you inhale, and instantly your eyelashes and your nose hair just go. You hear them like crack as they crackle. It's weird. Where are you from, My Love Yogi? I don't know who that is. Let me know. All hunkered down, baking sourdough.
Nice.
Thank
sourdough.
you. Yes.
I made some sourdough yesterday, and it was probably my best one that I've done. I'm a sourdough enthusiast and have been learning through multiple iterations of little tweaks here and there. As anyone who's ever made sourdough knows, it can be challenging, and you spend a lot of time. It's not super hard. It just takes a lot of time, and then there have been more failures than successes. So I'm happy with my effort yesterday. What's up, Tom? How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Stay warm.
Stay cold warm there. Yeah.
Yeah, Tom's my brother. He's the one that always said that I had meat sweats. So he's partially responsible for the name on the of the podcast. So very cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's cold down there because it's warm up here in the north. Yeah, isn't that weird how that happens? Hey. Oh, Darla is Yogi. Hey, Darla. I didn't realize that was you.
Hello. Welcome to the show.
That's cool.
What fun are we going to have tonight?
We got a question from Katana. Seahawks or Patriots for the Super Bowl?
I really don't care. I'm kind of sick of both teams. I personally, once the Bears got eliminated, I've been pretty agnostic to the rest of it. Yeah, I'd probably, if I had to pick, I would probably go Seahawks because I'm less tired of them than I am the Patriots. And you kind of root for the quarterback. He's kind of bounced around the league a little bit, and it would be a good story for him to have some success and win a Super Bowl after being sort of outcast. So
that means absolutely nothing to me. I have no idea what's going on. But I'll be here for the drinks and the food and hanging out with everybody. I have no clue what's going on.
Now back to you for the weather. So we've done weather, we've done sports. What else we did? Yeah, and let's go into sourdough. So, fed it too much and had jars and jars of starter. Yeah, that can happen. You have to kind of get creative with what you do with it. Some people, do all kinds of projects. I just throw the extra away. So
it's like breastfeeding.
Well, I wouldn't know. Oh, where'd she go? She has removed herself from the show. She makes a comment like that and it leaves me hanging. Where'd you go? I can't speak to breastfeeding, but I can speak to the sourdough starter. Where did you go?
I don't know what happened. I just disappeared. I was like, no.
What a drop mic moment too. It was like, it's like breastfeeding. And I'm out.
It was my dramatic exit. What the hell?
Now I'm on the other side of the screen. I feel like so. It's
How
like
do we do that? You have to. I have to remove you and then put you back again. Here we go. We're back in the room.
We're just figuring out this technology.
Oh my God. Yeah. So clearly we're old and Gen X, don't know how computers work. I touched something by mistake and I locked myself out the studio.
Well, if you wouldn't know it, the timing was kind of crazy because you're like, oh, it's like breastfeeding, responding to the sourdough starter.
All right.
It's like I wouldn't know anything about that. So I'm sitting there for like 10 seconds, like, well, we're back.
I would just clarify, those moms that are out there will know it's like your boobs blow up and you try and get rid of the milk, and because there's too much, and then the more you get rid of it, the more you produce because it thinks that it needs it, and so you just get bigger and bigger, and it's just like sourdough starter. It just keeps expanding and growing, and then you can't get rid of it, and then there's a big mess. So
interesting.
That's my analogy.
Very good. Yes. So, I don't even know where you go from there. We had a whole agenda of things we were going to talk about, but we've already done weather, we've done sports, and now back to you, right? Like, should Should we go with the weird dream thing you wanted to do?
We can. Who out there's having really weird dreams? I've dreamt my whole life. I feel like I have a whole other life that's going on when I go to sleep at night. I feel like I go to other realms. Some of you might feel this before. But I just think dreams are really interesting. You wake up in the morning and it's like, I often don't know if it was real or not. And then in the middle of the day, things will happen to me and I'll be like, I want to mention someone like, and I'll think of what someone was going to say or when this happened to me. And then I realize that I don't actually know if it's real or not, or if it was a dream. Anyway.
Well, you're one of those people that does like the dream within a dream. You're like the Leonardo DiCaprio Inception. Like you really get like so deep that you're dreaming on multiple layers.
Totally. Like I have no idea. Yeah, it's like you're what the hell is going on right now with my screen? This is sorry.
It's fine here.
Oh, okay. All sorts of weird things happening. It's like I'll be in a dream and something's happening and then I wake up and I'm like, oh, it's okay, it's a dream, and I'm in the room. And then the next thing I know, I'm waking up again. So I'm even dreaming that I woke up and got up and talked to you, and that's a dream too. It's just like the weirdest thing. So I don't even know what's real anymore.
Do I need to check in your nightstand drawer and see what like peyote or what is it that you're taking before bed?
Maybe.
I'm getting in touch with my animal spirit here, right?
Yeah, I don't know. It's very odd, but I feel like it's a whole other life. And I had an awesome little clip I was going to play, and it's gone. Something's happened in my studio when I left and came in, and everything I had laid out all ready to go has now disappeared. So we won't be playing that, but let's keep conversation.
So tune in next week. You can see the funny video.
Yeah. So Katana here says, I've been having the weirdest vivid dreams lately where the settings will be the same and it seems like it's in future or in the multiverse or something because it feels insanely familiar.
He's already jumping dimensions.
I know, right? But I feel like lots of people are going through this right now. It's like,
if anyone has next week's lottery numbers, if you could pass those along, that'd be great.
I have actually tried that. I got 3. But yeah, and then who else do we have in here? Let's just see some of the other comments on here. That's normal dreaming or to dream. When you dream like that, do you wake up feeling like you slept really good? Good question. The way I wake up determines how I feel. I sleep really heavily. I always sleep like a log, like I'm out and I'm dreaming. But for me, if I can just wake up naturally, like without an alarm or without being woken up by someone or something, then that's what makes me feel good in the morning. Even if I only had a few hours sleep or a ton of sleep, it doesn't matter. For me, it's all about how I wake up. And a lot of the time
unfortunately, we have a 14-year-old dog, right? that never happens.
Well, I was just going to say, it's like I'm always woken up by her barking, wanting to go out. And so then that jolts me awake. I think for me, like how I wake up is what changes everything. Because if I'm jolted awake, then now I'm freaking out. Now I'm like, don't even know what day it is. I don't know what's happening. I feel confused and I don't like that feeling at all. I feel very disoriented, if that makes sense. But what about the rest of you?
I feel like I get weird dreams where you can't, like, you could fly at the beginning and then for some reason you get grounded and then you try to do it again and you can't keep, or it's like, oh, I was flying really well. And then it's like, I'm just kind of like hopping really far, And
then, and then your clothes keep falling off and you're fidgeting, trying to keep your clothes on.
I don't go there. No.
What about repetitive
you have those
dreams?
Weird dreams. You have those weird dreams where you're like in the bathroom, like in a stall at a restaurant or something, and like the door falls open, like it just falls off and it's open. Like it's like the weirdest. Oh, I had a weird dream last night about another bathroom stall dream, Kirsty.
It is the worst. Have any of you ever done it? I dream that it's really weird because walking into the toilet and sitting down is not the problem. But what happens is when I'm sitting on the toilet and I think, oh, I need to get up. And I go to get up and then there's no walls and I'm just in the middle of party or someone's house or a restaurant or something like that, and I'm like, I can't get up, I need to wipe my butt, and I because everybody's looking at me, and it's just this awful feeling that I'm sitting there trying to pretend that I'm not on the toilet when I clearly am, and I'm like, I don't know how to make the transition without everyone seeing me, and then if I don't wipe my butt, then everyone's going to know I didn't wipe my butt. It's just like this horrible like insecurity, like it's nasty. It's just it's
That
horrible.
escalated quickly. I was really not expecting all that information. It was, and you know what? I'm old enough. Did you guys? I'm interested about this in England. Did you guys have outhouses, like old-fashioned outhouses? Okay,
Yes.
because I didn't. Oh yeah. So like we used to go camping, and they had like they had just outhouses, not like plumbing and all that kind of stuff. And so when I was a kid, that was our vacation, was going down to Loudon State Park, and it was like the worst part of the whole. I love camping. Went with Brad and Darla several times, by the way. But the worst part about it for me as a kid was the whole like run down to the outhouse, because it was like this feeling of like snakes were going to come out or something, or falling in. Like you hear the story, like, remember that? Yo, I heard a story about this 8-year-old boy who fell into the outhouse, had to swim, you know. It's like my worst, exactly, Brad, horse with no name.
Something.
One time,
it's
Brad, we were
horrible.
up camping up near Flagstaff, and on the way back, he started singing, went through the desert on a horse with no name. You know the song, right? Turn on the radio. No shit. Like that song was on the radio. We were both looked at each other like, holy, it was the most serendipitous, crazy thing. So great camping memory right there, even though it had nothing to do with camping. It was just the drive home. So
you fear snakes. I fear spiders. But yeah, the idea of using any toilet outside, even like porta potties, you know, at festivals, and I'd just rather not go. The smell is so bad. It's so awful out there. Yeah,
snakes are the worst.
I can't do it.
Last pee of the night. There you go, Gianna. And that's so that's a little song I used to always sing to the kids before, like to make them go to bed. You know, last pee of the night, and like make you know the last run to the baño a little more fun. You know? I mean, all dead to that, right?
Exactly. So there's a little bit of a conversation going on here in the comments. Let's see. So hang on a second. Katana, example, I have dreams where I'm in Ernest Manning. That's a school, except it's like a different layout, or I'm at my dad's house and it's his house, but the layout is slightly different. You have a lot of dreams about your grandparents' house. You always say to me, oh, I dreamt I was at my grandparents' house. That happens a lot to you, doesn't it? Joe.
Oh, me?
Hello.
I thought you were talking to Katana. Sorry.
No, I'm talking to you.
I was thinking about snakes. I gotta just do a check around here to make sure there's no random snakes that have snuck in. This is the worst.
You're totally focused on that now.
Yeah. Like I'm serious. Like I'm like I would push people out of the way. Probably people I care very dearly for. If a snake was in the room, I just like, you know, just clear the room. Like whereas spiders, I have no. I mean, I would have a tarantula walk on my arm. I wouldn't like go seek it out, but if it did, it wouldn't like totally freak me out. You know.
Mm-hmm. Dax here, your attention to abnormalities in dreams draws attention to the incredibility and thus causes your brain to realize that something is abnormal. Yeah, it's in short, I think what we have to do is pay attention to how we feel when we're in a dream, because it's the feelings actually that are coming through that we haven't processed yet. And so the way that we visualize, the way that we picture things, the way that we process information, which is completely individual, is how we'll represent things, right? So for maybe if you think in color or shapes or sounds, or, you know, whatever your preferential system is that you use to navigate the world, things are going to come up for that. So I'm a big feeler and a big seer. So I will feel things and then visualize crazy things. So, you know, it's like when you might be, you have weird feelings about someone.
Sure. Like the color beige. She has like this weird thing about beige. When she goes into a room that's beige, it's like this. It's like nails on a chalkboard. I've never seen anyone get so. Well, Ruby's kind of that way, right? Like Ruby doesn't like beige either. But
it depends on the color of it. It's like if it's a modern beige, that's different. But like old people beige, like when everything's just
people
beige and brown. We're not. It's just so dingy. Sorry if you've all got. I know there was a about 20 years ago, everyone's houses were beige and cream and brown, and I know it can look nice, but so don't. When you say I hate beige, you could be offending a lot of people here. There are times when I like it, but I just.
Okay. I'm mostly just having a little jab at you about beige.
Yes, of course. Why wouldn't you be having a jab at me?
It's part of the fun. It's part of that's part of what I'm here for.
Yeah.
So dreaming. So let's see. We got kind of the comments has moved.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to get all the comments out really quickly. So there's a whole thing going on about dreams and being in colors and what they are and where that's all coming from. Who have we got here? Jennifer, what's going on if you aren't dreaming? I mean, I can't remember the last time I dreamed. Honestly, you want to know?
Oh boy, I want to know.
Yeah, no, I believe everybody can dream. I think that a lot of as I said, like the way that we feel is, how can I explain? I'm going to try and say this really simply, is that like things like, I don't want to go too deep with this because I'm going to start going into the stuff that I do for a living. But the point being is that when we dream, it's a way of processing. It's on another level. So the things that we feel will then show up in images or in sounds or in representational systems. And so basically it's just us processing our feelings. That's what dreams are. So when we're not dreaming, and sometimes if we're like going through trauma or we've shut down or in a very depressed state, that will turn itself off because it's too much. That's what happens when we get depressed. Like we just don't want to process anymore at that time because everything's too much. So a lot of the times our dreams will stop. And what I've found is that when people start digging into their stuff and working on things and start looking into stuff, as you clear those things out and process them, your dreams actually start coming up again. People start dreaming again and you get clearer. And it's just like opening that channel so that you can channel into other realms. It's really quite fascinating. We could do a whole topic on this.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's basically what's going on.
I just wanted to ask your favorite song of your childhood that had the word dream in it. Is it Dreamweaver? Is it Dream On? Is it the song Dreams by Van Halen? Could be any of those things.
Is it Sweet Dreams by Eurythmics?
Yeah, I'm going to guess that's yours, and I'm going to go with Van Halen Dreams. So
we've offended someone. Tom, sorry, you just painted your house beige. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, what do you want to go by on because the family name for him is Tad. So I may call him Tad, but he's kind of known as Tom outside of the family unit area, right? So, what do you want us to call you, or what do you want me to call you? Because I'm going to be the only one that slips, right? So,
yeah, let us know. Katana, I've had periods before where I cannot seem to. You have periods,
Mr. Gleason. Oh, I don't know the technology. Everyone can see on the live, right? Like you can see the comments on the side. Everyone can see each other's, but it's when we do the replay later or on the recording that you can't see the comments on the side. Is that right?
I think everybody that's on here right now can see what everyone else is typing. We're just pulling the comments and putting them on the screen. They're coming up. They're coming so fast.
Jane's on now. My sister's on. She's like favorite sibling. Yeah.
Okay, so Dollar, my dreams are usually in black and white. Interesting. Where are we? Don't go too deep.
Isn't that a thing? Isn't that like guys dream in black and white and ladies dream in color or something like that?
I have no idea.
Right. I know. Rollo had a nice dream the other night. She was running across the country. So
Rollo is my dog. She's a little min-pin, and she was sleeping in the middle of us, and decided that she was going to go on a running marathon for the entire night. I did not sleep, but she was like running, dunk, 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 like smacking her tail and like legs, everything. Yeah, kept me awake. So that wasn't fun. But yeah, people. Oh my gosh, these comments are going so fast. I can't get to them all.
Let's just quickly, like on the Jen Rutherford ones that she doesn't feel depressed. It doesn't necessarily mean you're depressed. It might just mean you're processing stuff. As I understand it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So it might be like a lot going on at work, or it might be family stress or money stress, or who knows what it is. But it's not necessarily like depression, but it could be just that you're processing a lot, right?
But it's just slowing down. Like there's so much going on that it's causing like a pause to be able to like let it go flowing again. It's definitely what's happening. Yeah. Yeah, even people that do remember don't remember that most of their dreams.
I don't remember mine
Tad
most of the
would like to be called Mr. Gleason. Tad, that's going to be weird for me.
Why?
Just saying, it's kind of awkward and weird.
Okay. So back to favorite siblings if you want to go awkward.
Oh my goodness. Where are we? Okay. Tad's saying Tad. Yeah, got it. Okay. Who else we got? Yeah, you can see the comments. They're in the side. That's awesome.
Very good. So nobody answered the question about favorite song with dreams in it. So I want to go back to the 70s, 80s, and 90s.
Okay, let's do that. Joe.
No, we don't have to.
Lead us into the songs. Go on.
I like Dreams by Van Halen. It's a great song. And you like the Eurythmics one.
Sweet Dreams. What's the one that was oh God, I can't. No, I'm never going to remember it. I have a horrible memory when it comes to things like that. I cannot remember names of anything. Like you have a really good memory like that. You just remember data out of nowhere. You can remember the exact time, date, the day, the name, and I just remember an event that was in time some point.
Yeah, you still argue with me. I'm still trying to figure that one out. Like, how would you know?
You did try the other day. You tried to pull the wool over my eyes the other day because of this agreement, and now you've broken my trust.
How would you remember?
Well, I actually did.
Prove me wrong. Yeah, that's the fun one. Like, I don't normally like make absolute like bold like I know unless I do feel like I know. I leave the window open to be wrong.
Yeah.
Because even though it happens every once in a while. Right.
Yes.
So I guess that was a bad question. The favorite song with Dream in it is it's just been a let's just go back to dreams, right? What's your favorite dream? Do you remember? Is there a dream that you remember, like, or a recurring dream? Do you have any recurring dreams?
A recurring dream, yes.
Oh yeah,
sure.
we already talked about it. You being on the toilet where the stall falls apart, right?
Well, that my teeth falling out. That's a common one. Everybody has that. It just feels like a wobble. And then during the day, in the middle of the day, I'll be like, "Where's my?" And then I'm realizing that my tooth didn't fall out. It was a dream. That's a really horrible one. And I go back to the same place often. It's like there's two of them. There's two different houses, but it's always like I always discover a door that I didn't know was there, and I'm like, that's so weird. And I open the door, and then I go down, and it's like this crazy oasis. It's like a whole other world, and it's like all amazing. I was looking into that, and apparently that the home or a house represents you, is like your body kind of thing. And so I think that, I don't know if that's true, but like dream analysis and everything, when you look into that. And so I think it's quite interesting because I think what it said to me was like, there's parts of me that I had maybe not discovered yet. And so that's where I was going with my emotions and looking into places, thinking, oh, there's more to me than this. So I thought that was quite interesting. Tornadoes. Yes. I just saw that. Yeah. I dream that too. Tornadoes and big, I dream that I'm standing at the ocean's edge and the waves are getting bigger and bigger and it's like a huge tsunami. And then there's tornadoes spinning everywhere and there's buildings on fire and I'm running between them all trying to save people. I dream that too. It's interesting. It's kind of wild, isn't it?
Yeah. So I think this was off of that. I remember weird things. I remember my 8th grade locker combination. And so, but then I have but it's a fear. It's also like I've had dreams where I couldn't remember. So it kind of fits into both things, right? Like, cause I've had dreams in the past when I was going to school, or even slightly after where you can't remember your locker combination. But the irony is I was pretty good about that stuff. I've also had dreams. I was in theater in high school and I used to have dreams about being up on stage and like completely like blowing the line or like not remembering the line at all. So it was like stand there going, right. So it's like those are scary,
so ironic.
You what?
That's so ironic that you have nothing to say. Like,
When I'm scripted.
how could you ever be lost for words, Joe?
Well, you should have seen me about 10 minutes ago when you exited after saying that stuff about breast milk or whatever. I was like, you had seen it right then and there. But you weren't there. Yeah.
What happened to your ad-libbing skills?
Well, we'll have to go back and watch it. You tell me how I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Enter Sandman. That's a great song. Yeah.
Which one?
Just looking at some of this other Dream songs. Dreams in the Dark by Badlands, great song. Enter Sandman, that's about a dream, also a great song. Dream a Little Dream, very, very good offering. Yes. Gene, I like the picture. You look deep in thought there. Like,
how can you even see?
Look at her
I
picture,
literally,
right?
it's so tiny. It's like a pen. I haven't got my glasses on though, so I can't. It's bad enough just trying to read the comments right now. Trying to see.
Very cool. So, so you want to pivot over to some other? What was the other thing we were going to talk about with the school lunches or something? Wasn't that one but you lost all your pictures?
It was. I mean, I just can't believe that actually happened. But yes, like I said, I had a whole bunch of pictures of videos lined up to kind of go along with all this, and I lost them all when I disappeared by accident. Because I wasn't wearing my glasses and I couldn't see the button, and I hit the wrong thing and disappeared, and there we go.
That's probably something that, like, depending on the age group of a lot of the audience, a lot of the people on are Gen Xers like us, and the decline in vision it's real. I always thought people were nuts when they'd say that stuff. You know, when they're older, they're like, "Oh,
yeah." You
know, when I was a kid, they're like, "Oh, when you turn 40, you know," I'm like, whatever. How could it just be like that night and day? Well, it really ended up being that way. Like, my eyes have gotten progressively weaker as I've gotten older.
You always wore glasses, didn't you? Like, even as a kid.
Yep, I was 7 when I got glasses for the first time,
right.
And I've worn them all day, every day, pretty much ever since. So, yeah,
I did. My sight just went. I think probably when I was 45. That's when it really hit me. I've had 20/30. I didn't even know there was 20/30 vision, but there is apparently. I had that my whole life, and then 45 hit, and I suddenly realized I couldn't see anything. And that, you know, you're sort of stretching your arm out to read stuff, and now I'm at the point where my arm is not long enough. So I have readers everywhere I go, always losing them, and I just don't like that feeling. I really took for granted like not having to wear glasses because. You know, it's just different if you're reading your phone, reading the screen, or if you're like trying to look out somewhere and it's just you're all over the place. It feels horrible. I feel like I'm just old. I don't want to feel like that, you know?
Meanwhile, there's a whole me either, but I just you embrace it, right? It's better than the alternative, as they say. Meanwhile, there's a whole like sibling banter happening over in the comments.
Oh my goodness.
Just waiting to get bailed out of jail. Oh my goodness. Oh man.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's all going off now. The Gleasons are at war.
Right. So Brad, do you do the old guy thing where you like keep him down here like the granny like this? Is that what you're like? I'll see you in detention after school. Right?
Yeah, okay. That's me too. Here we go. See, I got them right here, and I can see a little bit, and then I can't see, and I'm doing this, and then I take them off. I put them on my head, and I don't know where they are. I'm just
You got about 7 pair of them floating around the house too.
You're doing the pair thing again. But
then you what?
You're saying that pair thing. 7 pairs.
Whatever. You got about 7 pairs of
last
them.
Time. I have 7 beer and 7 pair.
I have a few grammatical.
Is that just you being grammatically weird, or is this like an American thing, or is this like a Midwestern thing? Where does I have to know where this come? I have to know where this come from.
Okay, that's just weird.
7 pair of glasses, 7 pair of glass, and 7 beer that we will be drinking.
I think you've been drinking 7 beer.
I wish. No, I'm genuinely interested. Where does this come from?
I don't know why I say. I don't know why I say pair, singular and not plural.
But you say beer as well. Like you said, I have 3 beer.
No, I don't.
You so did last time we did this. I have 3 beer. Like, what the hell is that? Where, is that a Joeism?
You used that as an example. I did not say that originally because I wouldn't say that. And first of all, I would never have just 3 beers. Secondly,
that was not it. But you did say beer, plural, without an S on it, and I just thought it was really weird.
No. Anyway, I digress. But I do say weird things like crick. I have a few word choices that are probably not specific, but as a general rule, I think I do pretty well. And I know the difference between there, and there. I can spell them all, and I know when to use them.
That's impressive. Mm-hmm. Who here's got the balls to actually say that they don't know how to use
there, and there? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. When do you conjugate? When is it possessive, right? Or when is it a space where you have to be, like over there?
Yeah. Yeah. We learned that at school. I don't know if they learn that at school anymore.
I don't know what they learn at school anymore. Yeah. It's been a long time since we've been in school.
Oh, I know.
You had the reason why you know about outhouses is because your 1-room schoolhouse had one, right?
No, actually, we did have indoor toilets. But we did have we had chains. The cisterns on the toilets that we had were like up on the ceiling. It wasn't like you had a seat but the water tank was like high up on the ceiling, and there was a big long chain that would go for. So we used to pull the chain when we flushed the toilet. So that was a really weird thing for me, because as I grew up, like a lot of the houses and everything were very old in England, just in general, England's old. And so that was just a turn of phrase. Did you pull the chain? You'd say to the kids when they've been to the toilet. And then I still say that without thinking about it. And that's how I raised my kids in Canada, saying, did you pull the chain? And they didn't really know what that meant. It's just, they just repeated it. And then they went to school. And then they would get ridiculed by like, what are you talking about? Because that's what I would say. And then I realized a lot of things that I would say come from really old English heritage that don't make any sense.
Well, think about it. It's stuff like, roll up your window. Yeah, it's like roll up your window, right? Like, right. There aren't a lot of cars on the road right now that you literally have to roll up the window. Right. But I remember when I had a car once that I had bought for have an extra car that a client of mine was selling, and it was an older car that had the crank window deal. And I was like, this is why they say roll up the window. I was showing my kids, and they're like, oh, that's the thing. Wow. Right. So yeah, kind of interesting how that stuff works. I also remember explaining to my kids that we had to stand at the wall to get a phone call from our friends. You had to stand at that like kitchen wall phone, and like, wait, the one that really blew their mind was that I lived a large portion of my life without the internet. They were like, how'd you even do it? Right. So
the fact with having the phone on the wall was the fact that there was this, actually, this is a really big topic. There's a ton of this stuff, is that, when you wanted to call your friend, you had to speak to the parents before you could speak to your friends. So the amount of people now that don't want to speak to their friends' parents, you couldn't get past that. You'd have to call up, right? Whoever answered the phone in the house, and they would all be listening, and you'd have to say hi to your friend's parents and talk to them before you could get to the friend.
Yeah. And did you, like, I would assume this is probably how it was, but like, did you always refer to your friend's parents as Mr. and Mrs. last name, or were you on a first name basis?
No, I was on a first name basis. Or I would say like, hi, that Joe's mom, it's Kirsty. Can I talk to so-and-so or whatever? Like, yeah.
That explains everything. Yeah. No, we were like Mr. and Mrs. Like to this day, like my high school and college friends' parents, I don't call them by their first name, even as a 50-something-year-old man. Like it's just not something I can do. That's right, Jane. We had 10 minutes. I think we had 15. Yeah. I think Tad and I had 15 minutes because there was only 2 of us in high school at that time.
Oh, there was no privacy. Everybody would be listening.
Yeah. So in our house, we didn't have like all the, upstairs bedroom had its own private line or any of that kind of stuff. We didn't have the like call waiting at all. It was like you just get a busy signal. So Was it 10? Was it really? Okay, I stand corrected. See, I don't have such a great memory. So, but yeah, we like so. And when I was in high school, we were a family of 7. I had a stepdad and stepsisters at the time, and so there were a lot of people, and they didn't want anyone, 20-foot cord. It was all
You
like
just walk around the corner and try and like take it with you.
Right. But we weren't allowed to be on for more than 10 minutes because they didn't want anyone. And then we had to wait. So like if we were in the middle of a conversation with a friend about something, right? You got 3 phone calls a night, and it was 10 minutes each. But there had to be like, I don't know, you guys remind me, it's like 15 minutes or a half hour in between them, so that in case someone was trying to get through, that our phone calls weren't, or impeding conversation. So, and my mom would always say like, well, you're going to see them all in school tomorrow. I'm like, yeah, but the teachers don't let us talk in class. So,
yeah. It's kind of like prison when you think about it, like the prisoners lining up to use the phone.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Now we can talk about schools and how they look like prisons. Just kidding. It was like the school bus and the prison bus.
I know, right?
There is some kind of
there's some similarities there. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And the uniforms.
We at least had. Did you have open campus? Were you allowed to leave school and like go grab lunch or run home and eat something, or did you have to stay on campus the whole time?
No, not until high school. High school, you could.
Yeah. So the first couple of years of high school, I think we could leave, but I think by the end they'd shut all that down. So.
Mm-hmm.
But we had great school lunches. See that segue?
Actually, it's like even in high lunches. I know, but we don't have any pictures. But we can talk about it. But we didn't. Now I think about it. Even in high school, we went. The only time we could go off campus was when we were. I was in England, so it was much more different then. But there was the sixth form, which was the last 2 years of school. So you were like 17, 18, and it was only then that you could leave. And I was at an all-girls school.
Had graduated, right? Because they like you had the choice to leave, like be done. Like if you were gonna go into the military or go into the trades or any of that kind of stuff, you could leave and say, "I'm not gonna go, like off to college or that kind of stuff." You could be done at 16, right? And then
you could just leave. Period. If you didn't have to do any more at 16, that was as long as you, or you would stay on for 2 more years. If you wanted to go to university or anything like that, you had to stay on for those 2 years because you needed those exams to be able to get into university. But if you weren't going to do that, then you didn't have to stay on. No.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Whole different education system.
But in England, you guys started school earlier, weren't you? Like 3 or something when you started school?
No, 4.
Okay, I was way off.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I was just sent away from a very young age just to get out of the house. So it was, who knows? I was probably at school at 1. Barely walk.
Right. You can change your own damn diaper. You're fine. Yeah.
Exactly.
Just more Gen X. Forged by fire, right? So.
Really though, like it really was. And I don't know. I'm sure you can all agree. All the people that are listening in here right now.
How did you get to school? Did you ride a bus? Did you like take a bike? Did you walk? Did you have an alien friend that would bring you in the spaceship?
Pretty much, yeah. That's a whole other story. I'm going to share that. It was a mishmash. My mom did used to take me to school. Sometimes, but then usually I would get the bus home, like the city bus home on my own, or walk. Or I did a lot of after school activities. I was in sports, so I always did a lot of stuff. So I was always late after school, so I'd like hitch a ride with someone for the most part. Yeah.
So I grew up in a small town mostly. And I kind of moved away and then moved back and moved away and moved back a couple different times. We'll get into those in other episodes maybe, but. I have one hometown of 2,000 people that I consider like where I grew up. And my mom grew up there. My grandma grew up there, like aunts, uncles. We had like a very family, like a lot of the family was there. And so during those years, we either walked or when we lived out in the country, when we lived on the farm, we took the bus. So we had a school bus. But for a couple of years, we moved up to the like next larger town, which is called Rockford, Illinois. And my brother and I rode a city bus, like where you had to pay to ride the bus. Yeah. And the guy was the crankiest, meanest old bastard. If you forgot your dime to get on, like it was just like the worst fear. I probably still got scars I need to work through from that old bastard.
Have you ridden the bus since?
A city bus?
Yeah.
I'm sure I have. I can't think of it. I've ridden the train when I worked in downtown Chicago.
Yeah.
I rode the train in. Trying to think of a bus. Probably not too many. I think once I went to a Cubs game with a buddy from high school that we.
I just thought, didn't you when you were in Canada with me? Did we got on a bus?
We took the train.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we took the train. The loop train that you guys have up there.
Yeah, the C train.
Yeah.
I think it's fun. I enjoy public transport. I just think I didn't like the tube. I used to do the tube in London for years, and I got claustrophobic because it was all underground. And
that's the one that goes to France, yeah?
No, that's just that's the Channel Tunnel thing.
Okay.
But the underground, just in London, is all underground, and it was. Well, it got weird, especially in the summer. It got really packed. We had a lot of bomb scares, and there was terrorist things happening. So I just didn't want to be down there. I used to really panic because you would be so packed in there, you're squished up, against the glass, and it was just like terrifying. So I bought a moped and I drove around London on a moped instead. But yeah, that was kind of scary.
Right.
Until I crashed. Yeah, I did crash once after a while. We've got some more comments coming in. Where we got here? We got Jennifer. She's saying, "Don't forget the specific times you could call long distance." That was on the phones, right?
Oh, right.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes. It was like, well, I don't know what it was here. I think it was like after 9 o'clock in England. Everything was after 9. That was like the watershed. It was like you could swear on TV, you could do long distance calls. Like it was all the things that were forbidden were after 9 o'clock. So I don't know what it was here in the school in the States. Dax says schools are outdated.
Never really swore. I'm
sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I jumped over. Current class instructor.
I was going to say that there was no. We didn't really have a time where you could swear and do all that stuff. Like I think they pivoted from like there was a degree of like after 9. I think maybe the language could get a little more salty. And that it could get a little more provocative, but it was never like where they could drop F-bombs and just be like, hey, nudity or any of that stuff. We didn't have even the only thing that came on. I think Dan mentioned this last week was around 10. There was commercials to make sure that the boomers would remember their kids. Yeah. You know where your kids are. I haven't seen them all day, have you? Well, they're still locked outside. We better go get them. That hose water isn't going to drink itself, as they say, right? So schools are outdated. Go ahead with that one. Current classroom structure. Yep, exactly. I agree with that.
I totally agree with you there, Dax. Yep. Where are we? Brad, lunch was the best time to play euchre? Euchre. I've never heard of that. What is that?
It's a card game. You never heard of euchre?
No.
Oh, man. I haven't played it since college, so I'm a little rusty on the rules, but man, that was a good one. Yeah. It was a good one.
Did not know that.
I used to do Saturday Night Live impressions at lunch when I was in high school. What's up, Ruby?
Saturday Rubber balls.
Dan, the school bus was where the fun was.
At the back. Did you always go and sit at the back?
Yeah. Why, Dan? Why was it the most fun? Tell more.
Yes, tell us. Yeah. Did you? But that was for us anyway. The back was the coolest place to sit. That's where all the cool people hung out.
I like to sit at the front and talk to the bus driver, and
it's so weird as well.
I'm not even joking.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I completely believe you. It's like we get in an Uber or something. You sit at the front and we'll have a chat for like 3 hours. I'm like, oh my god. I'm hiding in the back so that I don't have to talk to anybody.
Here's the cool thing. When you make friends with the bus driver, you can listen to whatever radio station you want because they don't give a shit about the kids in the back who are being, well, Dan will tell us in a minute.
I see where this was born now. This is all coming out. Your childhood traits and memories and why you are the way you are. Why are you the way you are?
I am. The way that I am. Yeah.
Why are you this way, Joe? I feel like we're in the episode of The Office. Why are you the way you are?
Oh, that's a long story. I think that's part of what this podcast is for, is to help exercise some of those demons.
Joe's going to tell us all about his childhood.
It's just Wednesday night hanging out with our friends. This is what I love doing. So Dan has gone mysteriously quiet about what goes on the bus. So I'm not going to name any names, nor will I really. This wasn't Dan, to be super clear. Nobody that's been on this podcast. I had a buddy that was an athlete, and the team shared the bus because there was a guys team and a girls team,
right?
And his girlfriend was also on the bus, and his dad was was employed by the school, so his dad was on the bus, and he had relations with his girlfriend in the back of the bus while they were driving to this like sporting event. It was in high school, and I remember being like, "You did what? Why were you up talking to the driver?"
Oh my god!
I was like, "You did what? How'd you pull that off?" It was one of the most amazing, and like, still trying to reconcile that. That takes a lot of guts, to pull that off. So I'm not trying to put any words in Dan's mouth or any concepts, but I'm just talking about things that happen on the bus. I remember the first time I saw marijuana. I was in 7th grade, and we normally rode our bike to school. Mm-hmm. And I lived out here in Phoenix for 6th grade and 7th grade, then moved back to Illinois for the rest of school. But so it was 7th grade, and we went to kind of a tougher school than our little hometown school, a little 2,000 person hometown school. And on that bus, there was some kids that were the marijuana kids, and they were openly passing around like baggies with marijuana in it. And there was no like hiding it or anything. It was like, there was no, and I was like, they've got marijuana. And that was right when the Breakfast Club had come out. It was like when they was like smoked marijuana in the library and all that stuff. I was like, this is just like the Breakfast Club.
Oh my God.
Man. So I digress.
Jennifer, all the comments, there was no comments, and all of a sudden they came through in one go. We're only just seeing them now. So Jennifer, I have a question. Why do Brits have the word "the" off a sentence, such as "I'm going to market"? We say "I'm going to the market." That's a northern thing. Maybe the Brit people that you've been listening to, they do that. I'm going to market. I would say I'm going to the market. Or I'm going to the store. But up north, they leave a lot of the "thes" out, or they might going to market, like whatever. So that's definitely a northern thing. I'd be interested to know who you're thinking about. See if they come from northern England somewhere, or in the Midlands up there. They do that. Those
northerners and those Midlands,
yeah, they do.
They leave the articles out.
Right. I just explained the term latchkey kid to a group of millennials and Gen Z. Oh, really? Yeah. So what does everybody else understand by that? I was kind of a latchkey kid, I think. Like the way I see it is that your parents weren't home when you got home from school.
Right.
So you had to occupy yourself because they were usually out working. And that was me. I lived with my mom was a single mom. She worked. So when I would get home, I would be getting home, preparing dinner or doing chores or whatever. Like that was just how I grew up. So.
Same. Yeah. My mom, single mom as well. And we were latchkey kids, and it's an interesting thing. Like, I think that's something that I don't think my kids, I've got 3 kids. I don't think any of them ever, like with any period of time, were ever like latchkey kids. And so it's interesting. I wonder how many of us that were latchkey kids went on to like have that. And not that there's anything wrong with it. You got to do what you got to do. But like, just like for me, we didn't have that scenario with my kids. So interesting. Yeah.
I'm just looking at these comments. When do we hear about menopause, Vince? It's what you want to know. Ask away. I'm sure I can share with you. What do you need to know, Vince?
Dan, I'll wait till after 9.
I'm just going through all these. Yeah, I'll wait till after 9. Got it. Joe was our class bully and spent his lunch hunting. What?
No, I was bullied. Hunting was Sarge the bus driver. He was, when we would go to my grandparents' house, we had Sarge. Yeah, he was like in our hometown. Sarge was the like the head bus driver, like the boss bus driver, and he was obviously ex-military, and he didn't take any nonsense. So I didn't necessarily get a lot of conversation in with Sarge, but mad respect, because he did that job for a long time, and a cool dude too. A cool dude, but no, he only was when we went to our grandparents' house. Yeah.
Right, gotcha. Tad, that middle school propaganda movie with the kid jumping out the second story window on angel dust is the only reason why you didn't get in on that weed on the bus. Oh, Joe.
So this is very Gen X relevant, because Nancy Reagan, with all the, Ronald Reagan's wife, Nancy Reagan, had this whole big campaign here in the U.S. I don't know how much of this you guys got, but it was just say no, right? Anyone that's Gen X knows that saying, just say no. It was all about saying no to drugs. Yeah, we were in 7th grade. I remember being just smashed into the school library, having to watch this little 27-inch TV with a VCR on a cart, and all kids sitting on top of each other practically, because it was so crammed in, and it was like the dangers of angel dust. And this kid was totally tweaking in his bed, like they had to like in an insane asylum. Like, he tried angel dust once and he's lost his mind for life. And it was like this, we're like, oh my god, what is this? It's angel dust. I've never even heard of it, but now I might want to check it out. I don't know, how many of these videos actually turn kids to drugs, not away from drugs. But anyway, it scared the shit out of me, and it was like, this kid's totally tweaking, and then ultimately ended up jumping out of a 2nd-story house and just wreaking havoc on his young body. I don't ultimately know what happened to him, but Tad's referencing that. And
yeah, we didn't have anything that crazy. I mean, we had the "just say no" phrase. It was a song. It was like, just say no, just say no. It was like the TV program that all the kids used to watch. It was like all the stars from that show made a record about it. So I remember, I just realized what I just said, made a record. Did you hear that? I didn't say made a song. I still say, oh my God, I love this record. I never say I love this song. It's in my that terminology is in my head. You can clearly tell where I'm from.
Right. That's absolutely. Well,
sometimes my kids like, what do you mean?
We'll have to tell them about your record, and maybe even play it for everyone in the upcoming weeks. Kirsty cut an album back in the 90s. Very. We'll have to dig that out and sample it for everyone.
I don't know. It's definitely not PG.
It's just 90s. It's just 90s music. So
yeah,
very cool.
Dance anthems, that kind of stuff. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah,
but no, I don't. We didn't have did you ever have the Green Cross code, man?
Like the person that helps you across the street?
Yeah, it was like all about. He was he was like Mr. Clean, but he had like a green and white outfit on with a big green cross with shoulder pads. He was like the Green Cross code, and it was all about like look, listen, and like how to cross the road. It was like a huge big thing in England. Yeah, if there's any Brits on today, they will all remember that. But I don't know if you had that here.
We had crossing guards, and you didn't mess with them because they had their own handheld stop sign. And when that stop sign went up, it was a power move. It was like,
right. But this guy's on TV. He was like it was a TV thing. It would come on in the middle of everything, like I guess like your drug stuff.
No, I don't. We had Captain Kangaroo. We had Mr. Rogers.
We had Mr. Rogers in Canada.
Okay, very good. Yeah, all very good. So yes, we have a lot of stuff that we've cracked open here, and haven't. This is like the Seinfeld of podcasting, because it's about absolutely nothing. This has been fun banter and just kind of rambling on and laughing and telling stories, but yes, the DARE programs. They didn't really have those. We had the more. I think we had the precursor of that. I'm just old enough. I'm just enough older than you, Emily.
What was that for? Tell me.
DARE?
Yeah.
It was just, that's an acronym. I'm not sure what it stands for, but it's about not doing drugs.
Oh,
So,
okay.
and
No,
what
I've
they
never
did a
heard of that.
study, and I have to go look it up. They did a study that program actually turned more people onto drugs than it prevented, or something close to that, some version of that. Because like people who otherwise weren't curious about drugs were like, "Hey,
Right.
that sounds interesting," you know. Um,
Speaking of growing up
oh,
Gen X, 40 years ago, was that 40 years ago? My God. Where
today
were
it
you
was
when it
40 years
blew
ago.
up?
Today, yeah,
The
that's
whole
right.
class
What
watching
class
the
were you in,
TV
Tad?
that they
I was
watched.
in art class. And I remember that we were learning perspective, like where you draw the dots and you had like the dot and then you had the angled lines. It was the weirdest thing. So where were you when the Challenger blew up, right?
Wow. Yeah, like Daniel saying the shuttle exploded, lights came on, they wheeled the TV out, and we went about our day.
Yeah, they wheeled the TV into our room too.
Yeah. Yeah, that was always a treat, right? It was like when the teacher wasn't there or something happened, like the TV would be wheeled in. You had to watch like some kind of movie or something. Yeah.
So Tad, how do you just say, like, how do you say you're Gen X without saying you're Gen X? They showed you this trauma, people died. Now go back to your class, right?
Okay, Sherry.
I think Vince is taking over Sherry's account would be my
No.
guess.
Who is it? Is that Dave, Sherry? Isn't that the guy she talks about being her best lover?
I think she said Vince was her third best lover.
Yeah.
Oh man, shots fired. Oh man. Yeah, 40 years. It's crazy. And what stunk, right, as a Bears fan, the Bears had just won the Super Bowl, and it was like this euphoric moment. And obviously the loss of life and the tragedy, I'm not taking anything away from that, but it was like it pivoted real quick from the Bears winning the Super Bowl, and to then like 2 days later, the Challenger exploded. And yeah, just crazy times.
There you go, Jane. Thank you.
There you go.
Drug abuse resistance.
I think there was like a dog. Wasn't there like the McGruff crime dog kind of thing? Wasn't there? Oh man. See, this is Meatsucks and Menopause after hours because we're over our hour. But it's like it takes a while to get up to altitude, but when we do,
yeah. It's like women. You gotta warm up the oven first before you stick the chicken in.
There you go. So Darla, she was faking sick and ended up home alone without. Oh yeah, excuse me. There you go. Yeah, that's. Well, you didn't miss anything at school, Darla, because they did fuck all for us. There was nothing. It was like you're like, now go back to school. You know, it's like. Luckily, I was in art class, so I could express myself through art. So, I think I drew something that was like.
Let's see that picture.
Spuds McKenzie, that's right. He was the Budweiser dog, wasn't he? The Spuds McKenzie. It's like, oh man, Spuds McKenzie was in the Funky Cold Medina video, so mad props. Yeah. Oh my goodness, Sherry, was that actually you, or did Vince take over your account?
Oh, you think? Oh my god!
Yeah, but it was a crime dog, McGruff or something like that, right? And he had like a trench coat and like he spoke real deep. Like,
oh my god!
Yeah, you guys remember what was the Unsolved Mysteries? I still remember that fucking phone number. Sorry, I drop it F-bombs. It's after dark. Yeah. 876-5252. If you have any insight as to this unsolved mystery. The worst part about Unsolved Mysteries was that, like, I'm like, I want to know. Like, and they just leave you hanging there, you know? Like, do you guys have Unsolved Mysteries in England?
Don't think so, no. We had Agatha Christie.
Okay, so this was real. This is like almost like a news documentary show. And they would tell real crimes, like about murders or whatever. Like, you know, on August 15th, Mary Smith was brutally murdered. And they would go into all the detail. They would give you all the, evidence that they could share on TV. Mm-hmm. And then they would just leave you. Like, well, what happened? Did they find the guy or the gal? Like, did they find the murderer? Like, you're just left in suspense. I found it to be pretty maddening, but... Anyway.
Oh, we had Crime Watch. I don't know if you had that, but it was like the news, and they would literally. Okay, I know I said that my brain is going all over the place. I said this to you before. I remember when I was growing up, there was always a murderer. that I had to be scared of. It's like every month there was a new killer or there was a new rapist on the loose. Like I'd be terrified. I didn't want to watch the news because I was scared. And we don't ever hear that anymore. We don't ever hear about mass murderers or like, they'd always have a name. I swear to God, it was just like a government thing that would just scare everyone. Yeah, totally. It was all of those. But there was always a new one, like every month. And it was someone to be afraid of. And we'd have this show called Crime Watch, which was like a news show where they would give you like updates. It was like a tip line, there'd be a presenter who would sit there and talk and tell you about the latest thing that was happening, and calls were coming in live saying, oh, we just got a tip off from someone, and they tell you this like live, and you'd just sit there. It was like complete compulsive viewing, absolutely shitting your pants. Like, where are they? Like, what's happening? It was the same kind of thing. And none of that stuff's here anymore. It's just gone. We don't have any of that anymore.
Yeah,
it's very interesting to me.
I grew up in a town of 2,000 people, and so we left our door unlocked. I used to leave my wallet in the glove box, so I never felt any of that growing up, because it was just it was like kind of like a Mayberry, more like Mayberry than what you're describing. But I mean, we had our problems, we had our challenges. Life still happened there. It just wasn't as like that kind of stuff wasn't. We felt like we were removed from it, and it wasn't. At least I did. I didn't feel like there was some, mass murder on the loose waiting to, slip in through the window. So,
I grew up in fear all the time. I would walk around with my keys wrapped around my knuckles. Every time I'd see a bag and there was no one by it, I assumed it was a bomb, because I was like living near London. So we had a lot of bomb alerts and things like that. So it was just always, you just always were on your guard, I was anyway. Maybe I've been my mother that I grew up with. I was like paranoid. Like, I would assume that if someone called me, the phone was being tapped. I assumed I was being followed. It was like, I just felt like I even had a book. Like, I was fascinated by this, because I'm fascinated by what's different. I notice patterns, and when things aren't the same, and I pick up on it really quickly. And so I was really interested in like serial killers and why people do the things they do, and ghosts and aliens and all the weird stuff.
Were you looking to make a career change, or what was? Like?
I heard, like, did you ever used to have oh God, what were they called? Like, it wasn't an album. It was like a book that you would get every year. I can't think what it's called right now.
Like Time Life Memories or something like that? Like,
no, it was like it would be a cartoon one or a show, whatever your favorite pop culture was. Yeah, like a yearbook, but it was called something else. It was called damn it, I can't think of the name. Anyway, I had one for mass murderers.
I wish I'd have known this about 7 years ago.
Damn, the serial killers. Now. Exactly. They're all there. It's all a ruse. I'm just like waking up going like, what the hell? Ruby say, was it scholastic? No, it was there's a word. Oh gosh, what was the word called? I'm letting you talk. I'm thinking of it.
Checking some of the comments here. Yeah. Dan, the serial killers work for the government now.
Totally.
Right.
An annual. That's what it was called. An annual.
Well, that's like a yearbook. I think that's what some people call yearbooks, right? So,
okay.
Right, so what else? Yeah, here's one. So me and my brother and sister and our family grew up. Our hometown there was a nuclear plant in like a couple miles outside of town, and so
that explains everything.
Right. At one point, when we lived on the farm, we literally were the property across the street from the nuclear plant. So I used to always say that's why I've got such a glowing personality.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a snare drum? What are that? Rim shot? Right.
I do. I'm sorry. I'm so slow on this.
That joke worked. That played well in the 90s. It's a little outdated now.
Can you tell the joke again, just quickly?
So I grew up just a couple miles from a nuclear plant, and that's why I've got such a glowing personality. Yeah, but it was, like in the 80s where like all these movies about nuclear war and all the like fear of nuclear ... pick your lane, right?
Right.
Being close to a nuclear plant was, and then when we educated ourselves about it, they're actually safe, and it's the safest, cleanest, whatever. So like there's a bunch of crazy our time to do. Yes, the dots are connecting, right, Dan? Yeah.
This is really interesting.
Yeah, there was a movie called Silkwood about a lady that worked at a nuclear plant, and it's kind of it was like people always say, "Oh, it's the scariest movie that you ever watched."
Julia Roberts?
I don't remember. This would have been in the 80s. I think it was before.
Yeah, no, I remember
famous.
the movie. I remember that movie.
I think it was would have been a little before she got famous, but
right.
So in that, like the lady who worked at the nuclear plant, like ended up, it kind of was shrouded in mystery, right? And she ended up like disappearing. And I was like, our mom works at the nuclear plant, and they showed a scene where like she got contaminated, and they had to like scrub her down in the shower and like douse her with louse and all like all these terrible things. I'm like, I just don't want my mom working there anymore. It was like for a little like 8, 9, whatever I was year old kid, like that was the scariest movie. Anyway, I digress. But yeah, Meryl Streep. There you go.
Right. Okay. Yeah. No, I remember the name of that movie though. I do remember that. Don't necessarily remember.
Yeah, so that movie, that was like for the longest time that was the scariest movie to me. More, and then It came out when I was in high school. The first It, man, that was not a good one. Cher and Kurt Russell. You're like, have you watched this movie recently, Tad? Because I haven't seen it since 1985 or whenever it came out. Like, good memory, good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Runs the family.
Yeah. I just have to remember if I'm ever in a pub quiz for like facts and fiction and pop culture, I need to be on you and Tad's team. Oh, and Jane, because Jane knows a lot of that. All of you, you're all like that. You all remember all of these like facts, and you have these kind of like photographic memories for.
Well, you were studying. Yeah, you were studying when you were a kid. You were studying mass murders and serial killers. Since we lived in a safe place, we had time to figure out useless information. So that's the difference.
Yes,
Dad's using the internet. He's spooling up the. What was your? Is it AOL? You have the screeching where like. No, just kidding. Yeah, good stuff. Radioactive waste doesn't actually glow. Didn't know that. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, there you go.
The Simpsons had it all wrong.
I am a plethora of useless knowledge. It's my superpower. That's Jane. Yeah, it runs in the family. You all have that. Not always useless, but you remember stuff that I really don't.
Yeah, I'm a Netscape man. Remember getting that CD-ROM in the mail? You're like, oh, I'm so, or how, like we sent away for that, right? You sent away for those things. You like you had to wait to get to start the internet, or that they would just mail it out to you. Like that's what it was. I think, but I remember coming in the mail. And you're like, I'm so excited. I'm gonna have the internet. I'm modern. Ted, remember that first apartment we were in Wheeling. We had this apartment, and he had gotten a Mac computer, and we went online. And this would have been like 1997, 96, 97. And we're like, this is the coolest thing ever. You can get information. And at that point in my life, we were probably looking up, pretty girls or something, but not me. Probably more Tad, but
right, yeah, sure.
Right. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, that was pretty wild. Dan, I used to crush it with the girls on AIM, Instant Messenger. What was that? AOL Instant Messenger? Is that what it was, Dan? Oh man, yeah. I remember AIM. Good times. I talked to a lot of bus drivers back then on AIM.
Yeah. Right. It's all making sense. There's so many things falling into place right now.
It's how I met all the best bus drivers in the world. Yeah. Can you play WZOK in Rockville, Illinois for me, please? Because I want to hear Color Chameleon by Culture Club. That was my jam. I love that song back when it came out. Yeah. Color Chameleon.
Yep. You like Boy George, hey?
Who didn't?
Yeah.
I mean, the music is timeless.
Yes, it is. It is. And maybe we'll do that next time. We'll pull up some songs for everybody. I actually put a little quiz on our page asking you which song brings you the most trauma It's I don't know if you guys can see it, but if you can vote on that, that'd be awesome. I think we had Krista Berg, Lady in Red, Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley. And what was the other one? Oh, your favorite, Red Red Wine by UB40.
Oh, fuck. I hate that song.
You do.
I have such disdain for that song, and there's no explanation for it. It's just when it comes on,
you just don't like it.
I must have been like going to the doctor and having to get a shot or something that day when I heard it. I don't know what happened. There's just something, although I would probably remember that. It's just, I hate that song. Red Red Wine by UB40. Oof.
It's your nemesis.
But the song that probably brings me, yeah, right. If I ever come downstairs and you're playing that song, I'm like, okay, what I do now? What the song? I played one season of high school football. And there was the Kenny Loggins song from
Give Me 11.
No, I'm all right. And that song, for whatever reason, was the song that they played whenever my alarm went off to get up to go for 2-a-days for that whole week or 2 weeks. It was like that song played every morning. So I associate that with having to wake up early, which I don't like doing, and then playing football, which I sucked at. So it was not good association, but good song. I don't hate the song. The association is not good. So yeah.
Got it. Waking up's a problem for both of us. We like to be woken up nicely.
Which thanks for right?
We've been back.
Yeah, so let's dial that in next week. We're a little over our time this week. We'll save some content for next week, and we'll go through some of that stuff, and then current events. Everyone that's currently in the deep freeze, stay warm and safe out there, and you're welcome to come visit us down here in Arizona. It's nice and warm.
Right? Yeah, it really is. But thanks for joining us, everybody. We're going to give it a couple of weeks just to start building up a little bit, and then we're going to start bringing on some guests. So if any of you want to join in and come in and talk about anything you want to talk about, whether it's something you're promoting or you just want to kind of jam in with us, then let us know. Just send us a message and we'll get you on here.
Yep, and we've already talked to a lot of you about it. But it could be work related. It can be just hobby related. Any sourdough enthusiasts out there? Let's get on and talk about starter. Let's talk about our stretch and folds. All right, let's get that. Let's dial it in. Bulk fermentation.
Yes, dear.
Best practices.
And sleep. Yeah, I think that's what he's doing in his sleep. Anyway. Okay. Well,
that's what I dream about. How do I get a better crumb on my
that must be
sourdough?
That must be it. Yeah.
Cool. A great, good conversation. Love the banter, and look forward to our seeing y'all soon and make comments, and we'll talk to you throughout the week.
Exactly. Thanks so much, guys. Take it easy. Good night.